New cards, new packages, and a new title for Chapter 2? Take a look at this. Hey, what's up fellow Lumineers? Chase from the Inkcaster, and welcome back to the channel. Today's just been an exciting day already. 13 new cards, a whole bunch of announcements, and look at the new packages for Rise of the Floodborn. So today's video is going to be a little longer than normal. We're going to go over each of the 13 cards. We're going to cover some of the articles showing the boxes, the titles, and what to expect in Chapter 2, Rise of the Floodborn. So for these cards, I'm just going to go in order of their print number. You can see on the bottom of every card, we're going to have another set with 204 cards. So first card we're going to take a look at here is Mickey Mouse Friendly Face. Mickey's going to cost you 6 ink to play as Inkable himself. He's 1 strength, 6 willpower, and can quest for 3 lore. He has the ability Glad You're Here. Whenever this character quests, you pay 3 less ink for the next character you play this turn. Oh man. I like that a lot. Imagine pairing that with Lantern. Not only are you questing big with Mickey, but now you're also able to get more cards out into the field. And you know what? This is gonna really pump up that Stitch deck. Next card we're going to look at is the Queen Commanding Presence. The Queen costs you 5 ink to play, is Inkable herself. She has 4 strength, 3 willpower, and can quest for 2 lore. The Queen does have Shift too, so you can pay 2 ink to play her on top of another character named Queen. This leading me to believe we're going to see lower cost Queens coming in this deck, because the only one we have right now is the Amethyst Queen, which is also 5 ink. The Queen also has the ability Who is the Fairest, which states whenever this character quests, chosen opposing character gets -4 strength this turn, and chosen character gets +4 strength this turn. I could see this being very useful in trying to clear out some of the higher willpower characters, or just characters that you really don't want to deal with, or characters that swing big and you want to start doing some damage. Our next card here is going to be Zero to Hero. Zero to Hero is an action and song. It's going to cost you 2 ink to play, is not Inkable itself, and you could sing with a character cost 2 or more to play it for free. The card states, count the number of characters you have in play. You pay that amount of ink less for the next character you play this turn. I could see this being very useful for Amber decks, since a lot of them just rely on 1 or 2 ink characters. You could really flood your board and then start playing this, and there you go, playing a high cost character for free. Our next card we'll be taking a look at is going to be Elsa Gloves Off. Elsa's going to cost 4 ink to play as Inkable herself. She has 3 strength, 4 willpower, can quest for 1 lore. Elsa does have the ability Challenger +3, so she gains 3 strength whenever she challenges another opponent. Honestly, there's not much to this card, but I think it's great for a 4 ink cost. Being able to start swinging for higher characters by turn 5, I feel is very useful. Next card we're going to be taking a look at is Merlin Shapeshifter. Merlin's going to cost you 4 ink to play as Inkable himself. Has 1 strength, 5 willpower, and can quest for 1 lore. Merlin has the ability Battle of Wits, which states whenever one of your other characters is returned to your hand from play, this character gets +1 lore this turn. Maybe we'll see more cards in this set that allow you to return cards back to your hand. As of right now, only the ones I can think of is Cruella, Genie, and Mother Knows Best. So I could see those pairing real well with this, and looks like Emerald and Amethyst might be coming together. Next card we'll be looking at is going to be Winnie the Pooh, the Honey Wizard. Winnie's going to cost you 5 ink to play, is Inkable himself. He's 5 strength, 5 willpower, and is a vanilla card that quests for 2. I'm just excited to see more characters from Winnie the Pooh finally show up. I know in Chapter 1 all we had was Tigger all by himself, but now we've got Winnie the Pooh showing up, so I'm expecting to see Piglet or Eeyore show up. And I've been seeing around in some of the chats that Winnie the Pooh is no longer the Honey Wizard, but the Honeymancer. Next card we're going to look at is the Sorcerer's Spellbook. This item will cost you 3 ink to play and is not inkable. And to me this is an interesting one. The item has the ability Knowledge, which shows you exhaust and pay 1 ink, and you gain 1 lore. If you're able to play 4 of these out and you already have multiple characters that could quest big, and then you start tapping these to add 4 more lore on it, you're really pushing that game to wrap up here soon. I'm excited to see people play this and how it's going to turn out. Will we see more break? Probably. You're gonna have to find a way to get rid of this item for sure. Next card we're gonna take a look at, which has been one of my favorites in terms of art and the card itself, is Belle, Hidden Archer. Belle's gonna cost you 5 ink to play, is not Inkable herself. She has 3 strength, 3 willpower, and can quest for 3 lore. Belle can also be shifted onto any other character named Belle for 3 ink, which for this card, that's really good. Belle has the ability Thorny Arrows, which states whenever this character is challenged, the challenging character's player discards all the cards in their hand. To me, this card is huge. By turn 4, you're questing Belle for 3 lore, and then if you have Beast's Mind in hand, or you have Iago out in the field, well, you're giving Reckless to somebody and they're forced to challenge her, and then there goes their entire hand. Yeah, you trade Bell for it. That's kind of ridiculous. Next card we'll look at is Raya, Warrior of Kumandra. Raya is going to cost you 4 ink to play, is inkable herself. She has 5 strength, 3 willpower, and is a vanilla card that can quest for 1. Now this isn't a bad vanilla card. It's 4 ink and you're already swinging for 5, so overall it's not bad. Next card we're going to take a look at is Dinner Bell. This item will cost you 4 ink to play, is not inkable itself. Dinner Bell has the ability You Know What Happens, which shows exert and pay 2 ink. Then you draw cards equal to the damage on chosen characters of yours, and then banish those. Now for me, I'm not seeing a scenario where this could be good. Maybe if you're playing Amber with all the low cost cards and they maybe have 1 or 2 damage just because they're kind of poking at lower level cards as well. But then you're getting rid of them. I don't know. I'm not big brained enough to kind of figure out where this would go. And now we're on to Gaston, Intellectual Powerhouse. Gaston will cost 6 ink to play and is not inkable. He has 4 strength, 4 willpower, and can quest for 3 lore. Gaston does have shift for 4, so you can pay 4 ink to play him on top of another instance or another character named Gaston. Gaston has the ability Developed Brain, which states when you play this character, look at the top 3 cards of your deck. You may put 1 into your hand and put the rest on the bottom of your deck in any order. I think this is a pretty good card for 6 ink or for 4, however you're going to play it. It's not bad to have 4 strength, 4 willpower, and then being able to quest for 3 lore. The ability itself is pretty good too, being able to look at the top 3 cards, pick which one you want, and then put the rest on the bottom of your deck. While I like the ability of being able to get what I want into my hand, I'm also not a big fan of having to cycle through cards and put them in the bottom of the deck, because what if I pull 3 great cards that I really wanted? Well, I want that. So I'm always real skeptical with cards like these, but you know what? Some people know how to play it right. This next card we're going to look at has amazing art just because it's not normal for this character, but also has a new keyword. This next card is Cinderella, Stout-Hearted. Cinderella costs you 7 ink to play and is inkable herself. She has 5 strength, 5 willpower, and can quest for 3 lore. Cinderella can be shifted onto another character named Cinderella for 5 ink, which is pretty cool. Cinderella has the keyword Resist +2, which states damage dealt to this character is reduced by 2. I think this is a really cool keyword because I'm taking it as any damage dealt. So Fire the Cannons is now useless. Smash, you're only doing 1 damage. Challenging, you're now facing a 5/7. Like, that's a really strong keyword, and I'm excited to see how this is going to turn out, especially against cards that just deal direct damage to characters. Cinderella does have the ability the Singing Sword, which states whenever you play a song, this character may challenge ready characters this turn. That's also a really strong ability. With Cinderella out, no character's safe anymore. Before, you'd be able to challenge or quest and then ready them back up with an ability from another card, but that's not the case anymore. This card's really strong. I'm definitely putting it up there with Belle, and the artwork is amazing. I love the reimagined Cinderella. Instead of being a princess only, now she's a knight, got a sword, a shield, everything, and it looks so dope. The last card we're going to be taking a look at is Tiana, Celebrating Princess. Tiana will cost you 4 ink to play and is not inkable herself. She has 1 strength, 4 willpower, and can quest for 2 lore. Tiana also has the keyword Resist. She is also a Resist 2, so she's now a 1/6 character, which is really strong. Tiana also has the ability What You Give is What You Get, which states while this character is exerted and you have no cards in your hand, opponents can't play actions. Being rewarded for ending up with nothing in my hand is pretty cool, and I'm a little appreciative. Although I do wish I was able to get more cards so I can keep playing instead of going turn by turn. Rise of the Floodborn is set to release November 17th at local game shops and December 1st at big box retailers. It does look like they're going to be releasing a special gift set for the Disney 100 celebration that includes 6 pretty unique cards that I think are pretty cool the way they look, which vary between Chapter 1 and Chapter 2 cards, as well as 4 booster packs for Rise of the Floodborn. I'm excited for Rise of the Floodborn. On the Disney Lorcana website, they posted an article that did mention we'll see more characters from other series throughout the Disney universe. They mentioned Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, Pinocchio, Zootopia, The Great Mouse Detective, Jungle Book, and Raya the Last Dragon. I'm excited for the fact that we'll start seeing more of these characters in game, and I'm most excited about seeing the Seven Dwarfs show up in the game. Are they going to be separate characters? Are they going to be grouped together? How are they going to get worked in here? In the article, they did reveal pictures for the booster box, starter decks, and the Disney 100 gift set. Looking at the booster box, you could see the Queen of Hearts is there, and I'm excited for that, to be able to see characters like that start showing up. One of the other things that I'm really excited about is the entire set has this dark theme to it, and I'm here for it. I'm curious how the lore is going to go with the game, and while I haven't been on top of it, from what I've seen so far, it's been amazing, and now it's got this dark turn. So I'm curious to see where this goes. But that's everything that we know so far. It's really cool that we're starting to see leaks for the new chapter come out. We're starting to get a little bit more insight, and honestly, I'm excited we're starting to get back on this hype train here. Leaks, news, images, all the good stuff is starting to come back around, and it feels like how it was just before the game launched. I hope everyone else is excited as I am. Hope you guys are just as excited. I'll do my best to stay on top of whatever gets released and get it right out to you guys as soon as I can. But at least for today, that's it. I'll catch you guys around.